Hello everybody, this is QuicksQuery, and today we are going to be looking at a very special mod pack. This is my custom mod pack. It is not even close to being done, so don't ask about where it is and stuff like that. But a while ago, I hinted at mod pack that I was going to be creating as a 1,000 subscriber special, and currently that's still the plan. But if we don't hit 1,000 subscribers super duper, fast, like it takes absolutely ages, then I might just release it anyway. Because, 1.10 is only around for a little while. And so, right off the bat, you can see some very unique things. And the first thing I really want to talk about is the world gen right here. And so, the world gen is actually alternate terrain generation world gen, ATG. And it is absolutely awesome. Super duper cool. I am absolutely loving looking at just like even this map. You can see the difference from the map itself. Like just how nice it is with the slopes and stuff. And you can see that it will even have like these peaks of mountains and stuff like that. And you can see how different this is from vanilla generation and how much nicer this is in comparison. And so it also encourages a bit of vertical building, and we have a mod special for that. I won't be talking about all the mods in this little sneak peek, but I will be talking about some of them. Some of the big ones, like, say, the other thing that you might notice when you first look at this is the dual hotbar. Down at the bottom, you can see we have 2 hotbars. And now, where do you get the second row of stuff? You can see right now I have this in my first slot, and if I spawn in a diamond nugget and put it in the top bar of my inventory right here, you can see that ends up in the second one. And we can access the second one just by pushing 1 again while we already have the first inventory slot selected. And when we scroll through, we just alternate through all different hotbar sections. So anyway, I thought that was super cool. It's in the pack. I'm pretty excited about that. It's a pretty cool thing. JEI is dimmed out right now. I'm not entirely sure why. I am going to be figuring that out and fixing it. Because for whatever reason, is it shift double click, control double click? I don't even know. Because when I had okay. Hold up. No. Why is this emerald nugget magical? I don't even know what's going on there. But anyway, we have 2 hotbars. That's pretty cool. We also have something called extended inventory, where you can upgrade your inventory with this slot right here. We have some cosmetic armor in the pack as well, and a bunch of other stuff. Now, we have a ton of different like stuff, including like pings and stuff like that. You can ping different blocks and stuff so other people can see, or just so to ping different blocks for no reason. We have chickens in this pack, and they're supposed to be disabled. Oh yeah, we also have draconic, as you can see by placing that item on the ground right there. The lapis blue chicken is supposed to be disabled. Okay, not disabled. It's not actually supposed to be disabled per se. It's supposed to not be spawning by natural means in the world. So I just need to check to make sure that that's that is set to the proper setting in the config. Okay, here we are. We got our agricraft stuff going on right here, basic seed analyzer, etc., etc. On these crop sticks, we have what looks like Origold seeds, right? However, if we click it, we get sapphires. That's just because I don't have a texture for the sapphire plant yet that I'm going to be adding, but you can see that the concept is there. And so what my plan on what I'm going to do is using Actually Additions, which is also in the pack. That's another confirmed thing. It's in the pack. I want to use the Empowerer with a setup in order to make these seeds. And so if we look right here, the setup that I'm thinking about using for the sapphire plant, and if we look at sapphire, it has 2 P's, I keep forgetting that. Okay, so we got sapphire dust, sapphire, etc., etc. And that is almost entirely used in Practical Logistics 2, and that's pretty much the only reason. That's what introduces the sapphire, etc., etc. Okay, so as far as balancing goes, I don't want this to be like a super duper hardcore pack. It's not going to be a kitchen sink pack. It's going to be a custom pack with custom recipes. We'll have a 9x9 crafting grid and all that other fancy stuff as well. And so I'm thinking that in order to make the plant, we need, say like, if for example we were going to make the iron plant, my idea is to get some seeds, some type of base seed or something like that. And I don't think it's going to be just regular vanilla seeds, but I don't know. We put that on the Empower right there, and then we put a block of iron on each of these display stands, and that's the idea for how to create, say, like iron seeds in this instance, because we have a block of iron on each of these things. So the seeds won't be cheap, you know, but they won't be insanely expensive, so you can still absolutely use them for your in-game progression. Super cool. We do have chickens in the mod pack, as you saw, and the idea is that chickens will mostly be used for dyes, and that's the big thing that the chickens mod is going to add to this. However, we also have a couple other chickens, including the smart chicken, which just lays eggs instead of dyes. The snowball chicken, which gives you snowballs. Chicken Osto, you'll have to see what that one does. The Funway chick. The log chicken I've kept in. The XP chicken I've kept in. And the water and the lava chickens I've also kept in. Hatchery also comes with this. You know, some pretty cool stuff like that. And we will be disabling the solid experience and replacing the XP Chicken's solid, quote-unquote, solid experience with the solidified experience from Actually Additions. It's amazing what you can do in config files, let me just say. So there's a lot of customization that is going to be going into this pack, and so a lot of work to do still. But that is a pretty, that is a lot of a sneak preview. And so there's one last thing that I want to cover in this sneak preview. And I will get some stuff out for that and do that in a different clip right here. We'll do a cut. There we go. So here's the last thing I want to show you. And I stumbled across this mod while browsing through Curse, and I thought it was just so good that I couldn't not put it in the pack. And so we obviously have Woot right here. I love Woot. Woot is awesome. Totally staying in the pack, and I'm planning on making that the major source of mob drops. However, I will not disable other things that will be adding mob drops. I will not be disabling other ways of making mob drops. There will be other ways of doing mob farms other than Woot, don't panic. But this mod right here is the big one. It's called X-Tones, and it is apparently a port of a different mod called Z-Tones. And if we look at the recipe right here, this is an X-Tone tile, and it's just some stone slabs and some type of stone in the middle. And now that is subject to change, so don't necessarily, yeah. If there's some way, okay, yeah. There are ways to change this into all of these different mods Okay, all these different mods. Wow, the words are not coming out very nicely for me today. But there are ways to change this into, all the different types of X-tones there are. And if we look at all of these, you can see that this is a massive selection of a bunch of different stuff. And so we have a ton of options as far as building goes, and they're not super duper expensive either. You can see a lot of these recipes are just a bunch of X-tone tiles around something in the middle to make it, and so it is roughly comparable to the Chisel mod, however adds a little bit different type of content than Chisel mod would. And so anyway, just some real cool stuff. You can see some of the options and stuff as far as that goes right here. And last but not least, we have a yo-yo mod. Pretty cool. Super happy about that. It's just a little, you know, whatever. And you can actually, the Chisel mod, which is also in the pack, yeah, sure, you could have seen that from right there, is, you can use it to chisel into the different types of stuff anyway, and so that's, don't even need to use the crafting recipes to craft it into, say, Glax. And oh yeah, here's what it is. You left shift and you scroll, I think is the idea. Yes, there we go. Okay, yeah. And you can see that we are scrolling between the different types of Glax right here till we get the right color. So that's super duper cool. And this is just a base tile, so we didn't need to actually do something to that before it can actually be used on stuff. And so in order to make the agon, which is the this one right here, you need apples, or you can chisel it from the thing. Yeah, anyway. And so there's a lot of different options as far as this goes. I'm really looking forward to this pack. I want it to be a very, very creative pack, yet also to have some very nice infrastructure all the way through. Early, middle, late game, I want really good infrastructure, and it's going to be there, and so it might feel a little overpowered to some people who are used to playing on stuff like, say, Project Ozone, but it will be balanced, and yeah, again, it's going to be more focused on creativity than it is on the entire, than making things difficult or something like that, and so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek of the mod pack. It does not have a name yet. It does not have a name. I really need to figure out a name. And so, for right now, it's just Quick Squares mod pack, but it will have a proper name eventually. And so, hopefully you guys enjoyed this and sneak peek, and I will see you in another video. Take care. Bye. Oh yeah, and last but not least, this mod also has this scary little thing.